Hey guys, Madman21 right here, and with the new year, I wanted to make my YouTube channel better, so I started off with getting a new camera. So that did help some, but after watching some of my previous videos, I've noticed that I've been talking in a monotone voice like this whenever I'm reviewing or looking over a project. So I'm going to try to make my videos slightly more exciting by actually changing the pitch of my voice. So with that, we'll start off the 5th Gen iPod Touch Otterbox review. Let's get started. Alright, first of all, I want to go through all the little ports and stuff about this thing. Alright, first we have front-facing camera cutout, an Apple logo cutout, and a rear camera microphone flash cutout. And at the bottom, we have our lightning cutout, headphone jack cutout, and speaker cutout. And the aux and the headphone cutout does fit most to all aux ports, and I haven't had any trouble with any kind of adapters or accessories with the lightning port. Alright, now we're going to start with disassembly. It took a couple of tries to get really the hang of this, but it's actually really easy. So you have to start off with pulling up the home button, and then you just peel like an orange. Boom, rubber's off. And then this, as long as you have fingernails, it's not much trouble at all. Problem with me, I don't have any fingernails. Not literally, just mine are stubs. I have a very, very slight cold, so if you hear sniffling, that's why. Or it's because this case is just way too beautiful and awesome and I just can't handle it. Alright. It just goes off like that. Bam. Whole thing's off. iPod Touch is all naked and stuff. Now, reassembly, I'm going to clean this, be right back. Alright, just insert it there. Make sure there's no dust or anything. And then you just put the top. Just click it, make sure everything comes into place. Make sure all the little things are nice and tight. And then, what you want to do is you want to put it down so that you insert the home button part first. And then you just put it on. Kind of have to pull on the home button part. And that's it. Pretty much. There. The Otterbox is now completely assembled. Another little thing that they were very nice to include was a little thing right here, and they included a wrist strap so you won't have to deal with the sadness of not being able to use your very intuitive loop that came with the iPod Touch. There. Now, what's the point of having a case if it doesn't perform as a case? I won't be doing any drop tests for you, but I do have a story that will hopefully prove its worth. I am moving around, so forgive me if the voice or the audio shifts in different ways. So, I was in orchestra. I was using my iPod as a metronome. I played bass, so I have music stands as pulled up and high as they can. I'd say it's about 5 feet all the way up, and I had my iPod. This is the edge of the stand. I had it sitting on it like that. I bumped into the stand. My iPod flew off all wooden tile floor, right on the corner. Bam, flip flopped. Worst case scenario, if you don't have a case, I honestly thought that's the drop that'll do it. That's it. It's broken. But Otterbox came through. I was very impressed. I was really concerned at first because it does not seem like there's enough rubber around it to do much protection at all. But I have to say I'm very impressed with how the case held up. And there was once where I was getting off my bike and then my iPod fell out of my pocket onto concrete. More like a face down drop. And that's it. Another thing I do love about Otterbox, if you do have a really, really bad fall and something about the Otterbox breaks or tears or rips or anything, you just have to send in a form to Otterbox and they will replace your case for free. They will not replace the device if the device cracks or breaks though. That's the only downside. One thing I need to point out about the Otterbox though is that the bezel of your device will show up if you can see the white part. So if you ordered the black Otterbox and you have any color of iPod that's not black, the white bezel will show up and it is somewhat annoying for me. I have no issues using the cameras. Everything's fine. I do like having my Apple logo shining. It's very, very nice. One thing about any case like this or the Griffin or anything that has this rubber and screen protector, if you wear jeans and you sweat at all, the sweat will get all over it, all little fibers, and then it'll get in the camera, and then hair will get inside and you will have to clean it out once in a while. That's a downside. So overall, the price point. I pre-ordered it the very first day, so I paid premium price, $42.99 plus shipping and tax. So it came to be almost $50. Now, or even later, you could get it off of Amazon for 10 to 20 maybe bucks cheaper. Maybe. Overall, is the Otterbox or the 5th gen iPod Touch worth it? Should you go get this or something else? Get this. This is very good. One thing I do love about this that was not a part of the Griffin Survivor is how thin the case is. That's one thing that I thought that's not a good sign. It's a very thin case. Not very thin, but you do not lose the extremely thin aspect of your iPod Touch. It's about as thick overall about as an iPhone 4S. So it's like carrying around a long naked iPhone 4S in your pocket. Meanwhile, with a Griffin, it was pretty bulky and big and very difficult to get out of your pocket if you're wearing any kind of jeans. All this, very slim, although it's still very protective. I love it. Go get it right now if you can. If Best Buy or your local electronics dealer is open. Overall, I give this 4.5 out of 5 stars. Sometime this week, I will be replacing a screen for a friend on their iPod Touch 4th generation. It will be my very first time doing any kind of screen repair, and I was wondering if y'all would want me to film me while I'm doing that. If y'all wanted to follow along, but I would be following along to a different video. Even though I've seen the same video multiple times, I want to make sure I'm doing it right. Would y'all want me to film it and show y'all? Let me know in the comments. See you guys in the next video.